Good morning, friends. I'm Dewey, and my Tech Talk topic for today is news about 5G C-band and electric vehicles at the Consumer Electronics Show. Airline and aviation officials have recently argued that frequencies covered by the 5G cellular C-band has the potential to interfere with instruments used in aircraft, and they contend that the deployment of 5G near airports could endanger takeoff and landing operations. Cellular carriers, the Federal Communications Commission, and the Federal Aviation Agency have disagreed on whether C-band 5G signals using the 3.7, 3.98 gigahertz frequency range could interfere with instruments that measure in the 4.2 and 4.4 gigahertz spectrum. This is according to a recent article by David Lum and Eli Blumenthal at CNET.com. Nearly 40 countries, including Australia, China, France, Japan, South Korea, and the United Kingdom, have already deployed 5G over C-band with no issues involving aircraft. Last Friday, the FAA disclosed a list of 50 U.S. airports that will have buffer zones when wireless carriers turn on this new 5G C-band service on January 19th. AT&T and Verizon had earlier agreed to these buffer zones around airports to reduce the risk of disruption from potential interference to sensitive airplane instruments like altimeters. Once C-band service goes live on January 19th, Verizon and AT&T customers should see broader 5G service with higher speeds that fall between the 4G and millimeter wave 5G, which is blazingly fast, as they say. Because the new C-band service will be integrated into existing coverage, customers may not even realize they're connecting to the new frequencies. Verizon says its new C-band service will cover 100 million people in the US this month. AT&T is similarly bundling its C-band service with existing millimeter wave 5G. According to the article at CNET.com, Verizon and AT&T still lag behind T-Mobile, which announced in November that 80% of its customers within its 200 million person 5G coverage area can access its mid-band 5G service. T-Mobile says its mid-band networks targets average download speeds of 400 megabits per second. That is amazingly fast. By comparison, the article's authors' first Verizon C-band testing found actual speeds ranging from 400 megabits per second up to 1.4 gigabits per second when at the actual 5G emitter unit. Remember, these were tests, special tests. The photo at right shows a Samsung Galaxy S21 5G connected to Verizon C-band test network in downtown LA, Los Angeles, when doing a speed test inside an elevator. By the way, that's the $800 phone that Joanna and I each got free when trading in our old phones at a Verizon store here in Mesa last month, December. The highly controlled tests also showed nearly 100 megabit per second in an underground parking garage. Can you imagine that? Ultimately, C-band will fill a crucial gap in Verizon and AT&T's respective networks, but the January 19th launch day is just the beginning of a broader rollout. The article's author wrote that it will be interesting to find how customers react to the supplemental service, which could fulfill the 5G promise to bring high speeds to consumers beyond and outside of major cities. Or, he asks, will be just another small step in the slow network evolution after 5G. It's kind of things happen gradually, but they continue to happen. Forbes.com recently reported on future electric vehicles at this year's virtual Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas. The Chevrolet Equinox EV is expected to arrive in showrooms in late 2023. Pricing will start in the low $30,000 range and appears to have all the makings of a very desirable family crossover. Very pretty car. Chrysler Airflow. Now, Chrysler last built a car called Airflow in 1934, but this design is definitely 21st century. Due by 2025, it'll be the first Chrysler electric vehicle and will herald a new generation of all-electric Chryslers. Sony Vision S SUV electric vehicle. Wow, it's powered by a pair of 268 horsepower electric motors, and although it's not known if this car will ever be built, its design seems remarkably well thought out. And if it bears the Sony brand name, you may be pretty well assured that it will have legendary Sony quality. Chevrolet Blazer electric vehicle. In addition to the Equinox EV just mentioned, GM will also build a fully electrified Blazer by the end of the year. It's expected to start at $35,000 and will likely be a larger and longer ranged electric vehicle. Mercedes-Benz Vision EQX. Now get this, what a gorgeous car. Mercedes-Benz claims the car's lightweight and hyper-efficient systems are capable of an astonishing 621-mile range from its nearly 100 kilowatt-hour battery pack. It's about the size of a Tesla 3 and will make it into production as early as 2024. I wasn't able to find pricing information, but don't expect to see it as a prize in a box of Cracker Jacks. So Chevrolet Silverado electric vehicle. Its unibody architecture is shared with the GMC Hummer EV pickup. It features an integrated bed, a relatively low payload capacity, and is reminiscent of the long-departed Chevrolet Avalanche. It's kind of got that little funny thing at the back window. It goes on sale in 2023 as a work truck with a high-end street trim version to follow. Well, that's my Tech Talk story for today. And again, I am sticking with it. I'd like to say I'm going to be seeing you next week, but I'm going to be taking a several-month hiatus until sometime in April, when I again have sufficient time to prepare Dewey's Tech Talk. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and God bless.